a lot of questions in my inbox about interview questions. So I had to write down all the healthcare assistant, support worker interview questions. They commonly ask interview questions. As you can see, many of them, they are not even complete here yet. And most of the things I have here have been sorted out. I've treated them on the previous account that was lost. But we don't have them anymore. So we need to start again. If your interview is coming so quick, please, I would advise you go on my YouTube at Julie Peters. We've got so many of these videos there. Alright? Now we have to start taking it one after the other. Common healthcare assistant interviews. 1. Tell us about yourself. 2. Why do you want to work with us? 3. What do you understand by safeguarding? Now, when it comes to safeguarding, there are so many ways you could be asked questions relating on safeguarding. 1, you could be asked, why do you think safeguarding is very important in the care setting? You could be asked, how do you ensure the vulnerable adults or individual in your care are protected from abuse and neglect? You could be asked, can you provide an example of how you have implemented safeguarding policies and procedures in your workplace? What would you do if you suspect that a resident in your care was being abused or neglected? How do you promote safeguarding within your team? Tell us some signs of abuse you may look out for as a carer. How do you ensure that residents feel safe and supported in your care? What aspect of safeguarding is more important to you and why? Can you give us examples of how you have advocated for a vulnerable adult or resident in your care? All these are different ways questions relating to safeguarding could be asked. We move on. How do you handle stressful situation or high pressure environment? Now, this question could be asked in another way. It could be, how do you handle stress at work? Or, how do you manage your time at work? Or, tell us how you prioritize your task. All of them are seeking for you to tell them how you handle stress situation or high pressure environment. The next one, number 5. Tell us your experience working with a resident living with dementia. How do you ensure that resident privacy and confidentiality are maintained? This question could be asked in another form. It could be, how do you promote resident dignity? They can also ask it in this format. Tell us ways a resident dignity and respect can be protected or respected. Number 8. Tell us about a time you went above and beyond for a resident. This question could be asked in other ways, such as, tell us about a time you did something extraordinary for a resident. It could also be in this form. Tell us about a time you went out of your way to help a resident. Number 9. How do you handle a difficult colleague at work? This question could also be asked in this way. How do you manage disagreements between your colleagues or team? Number 10. Can you tell us or give us an example of how you have demonstrated empathy and compassion in your previous role? Number 11, can you tell us about your long-time goal within the healthcare industry? Some people, they'll be like, are you happy to share with us what in the next 5 years, how you are seeing yourself? They can ask you. That one is still the same thing. They could ask questions like, tell us about your strengths and your weaknesses. You could also be asked, what skills do you think you have? Or what skills are you bringing to our team? 14, how do you contribute in your team? Or how do you contribute to your team? What is duty of candor? What do you understand by duty of care? So these are many more. A lot of them, I have treated them on the previous account that was lost. Many of them is on YouTube, but here on TikTok again, on this new account, I am starting again. So just in case you are preparing for your interview, I hope these questions will help to guide you on what you may or you should be expecting as someone going for an interview. All these things I've listed are the most commonly asked interview questions. So I will start providing the answers. But now, if you are preparing for your interview like it's coming so quick that maybe by the time I finish giving answers to this one, the interview is over, go to my YouTube on Julie Peters and help yourself. Now let's start providing answers to these questions.